Hello everybody, my name is Bigtwelve and today we're going to talk about Trinity and how to play her for the Dons. First we're going to go over all the builds with you and then we're going to talk about your roles, and lastly we are going to have an awesome guide on how to get all the lures. For Trinity you're going to want a ton of duration, a little bit of efficiency, and some strength. You're going to want this because you're only going to be using her for her blessing, which is not affected by ability range. It's affected by affinity range, and it caps out at a low strength. You're going to also want a corrosive projection tied with a drift, and after all that you're going to want some survivability, which you can get from Vitality and Arcane Guardians. For her weapon loadout, doesn't really matter. Her only job will be to shoot the lures. The only thing I would recommend is unequipping your melee weapon, as this causes issues when exiting the Archwing. For your companion, again, you'll see people using Kubros. It doesn't really matter. The only thing I can say for that is make sure you unequip a fetch or a vacuum. For the gear slots, you're going to need a ton of energy restores and your Archwing launcher. For the Archwing itself, you're going to want to use the Itzel. The Itzel has the ability to teleport, it has the ability to cloak, and it can suck up the loot. For the build, it doesn't really matter. I have a little bit of efficiency, some range, and some flight speed to make myself a little bit quicker. For your school, you're going to want to use the Madurai, because it has Void Strike. Your first thing you're going to have to do is max out this Void Strike. After that, you can start unlocking all the passives to make your life a lot easier. Let's go over to your amp. For the amp, you're going to want to use what is called the X23. The X is the prism. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Use what you want. What you need though is a Shraksun scaffold and the Lauren brace. Now that you know your build, we are going to discuss your role as Trinity. First and foremost, your job is to collect the lures and heal the lures while damaging the shield of the Tridolon. How it's going to work is at the very beginning. What am I doing here in this video? Oh, marking. Okay. So at the beginning of the match, your Chroma is going to mark. He's going to be in the air. The rest of you are going to be down here waiting at the spawn point. You're going to wait here because you don't want to mess up the Vom spawns. If you start going off in the open, they'll spawn all over the place and your Chroma will not get the first lure charged quickly. So he's going to either go on the right side or the left side and hack the first lure. As soon as you see it turn yellow, you're going to go into the middle area right here. So you're going to go here and you're going to wait. You're going to wait for your Chroma to land. The lure is going to teleport with him, and then he's going to get up and kind of look around this area for Voms. You can kind of do the same. Just look around for him. Mark him if you see him. After he has charged his first lure, you're then going to take off and grab two more. And there's one. Also use ciphers. They're much quicker. So now that I got the two lures, I'm going to head back to the fight with them and drop them off. While you're waiting for your lures to teleport, you can do a little bit of, help them out, do a little bit of damage to the Don. You'll see them, sometimes they get a little funky, they like to move around. They should stop, and then you hit X on them to make them hold position. You're going to do this because your Chroma is going to have a lure charged, and you're going to want two more by the end of this fight. You're going to want one more for him to capture the first Don, and then you're going to want one charge ready to go for the second one fight. At this point, you can take off and go get the rest of the lures. For the video's sake, let's act like I did get them. Also, at the end of the video, there is a few examples, one going a little bit slower and one going faster to help you guys find your lures. So once you have all 5 lures and you come back and they're still fighting the first one, you are not going to join the fight until these lures are all charged. When the Chroma has all 3 of his lures charged, then you can dash back into the fight and help. Generally though, they won't have him charged until they're about to kill him or right as they kill him. Let's see, after that, so this is called teleporting the loot. How you do this is the second you hear the sound of the Don Don getting shot in the face and dying, you are going to enter your Archwing and teleport to the shrine. I think I do this, I do. So you teleport, you land. After you hear the sound, the lures will teleport to you here and they will blow up and drop the loot. This will allow you to pick it up quicker and you all put your loot into the shrine here. After you pick it up, you'll come up to it and hit X. Now at this point, once all of you have put your shard into the shrine, the next fight is going to start. He's either going to spawn in this area, in the middle here, all the way down at the end. Now, depending on where he spawns is where he'll move. So if he spawns here, he's going to move to the left this way. If he spawns a little over here, he's going to move to the right. If he spawns in the middle here, he's going to move all the way to the right. If he spawns in the very end there, he's going to move all the way back. To be quicker as a group, as soon as you guys see him spawn, you're all going to teleport instantly to where he's going to walk to. Your Chroma's then going to start punching to create wisp. You're going to collect the wisp and you're all going to shoot through the vault shield to try to knock his shield while he's still in the water, because when your Chroma hits him and knocks a part off, he will teleport to the shore. So as you see here, if he was spawning in this area, you would all come here, the wisp would spawn on the water, you would be shooting through a vault shield and you would try to knock him down. Once this fight is over, you're going to teleport again back to the shrine. After the third fight, you would actually teleport to the, let's see if I go there, to the beginning. Okay, let's go back to this. So yeah, this is just me kind of showing you. So your job while you're fighting him, you're going to be invisible, building up this void strike, increasing your damage, and when he's doing his attacks, and then every time he stands up, if your group's fast enough, it'll only take 1 shot from each of you. You generally want to aim at the leg going up so you can hit 4 times, maybe 5. You also want to make sure you shoot through the vault shield and pick up one of the wisps that will spawn down here. That's the reason you don't want a vacuum or fetch on. You don't want to scoop them all up, leaving your teammates with none. Once his shield is down, your Chroma is going to knock one of the parts off. He's going to fall down. That is a perfect time for you to use your 4 ability to heal. Now, it depends on the group. If your group's super fast, you'll use it every time he gets knocked down. If your group is super slow, you'll have to use it more frequently, because you will not be shooting. You will not be one-shotting his shields and then one-shotting his leg. Alright guys, I believe that's all the information I have for you right now. I might make another video on more advanced things, but that's the basic necessities you will need.
And now, a massive sentient energy spike in your area. I advise you to be careful. Those devices draw energy from bombarists. Make use of them. Next, you attempt to take control of it.